All right, guys, what's up and welcome to Tactical Ashigarami TV. Hopefully to whom it may concern, if you do have access to this video, this will be very good for you. Just to kind of get things going forward, to whom it may concern, one more time, once again, everything in this video is an imitation. Nothing is real. Nothing is dangerous. Everything is safe and clear. This is an airsoft toy and a replica and not an actual firearm. So before we get started, let's check. Magazine is clear. Chamber clear. Safe direction. Boom. Okay. So here we have my Glock 19 Tokyo Marui Gen 3 fully custom. For those of you guys who have probably seen the video, I have installed quite a few attachments on here. We have the 5KU tactical trigger that's on here now, 5KU compensator, Surefire X300, a bunch of other toys, as well as Chirurgicon, RMR, Chirurgicon, custom sights. Just some stuff that I pretty much put on the Glock over time to get it where I wanted to be, and to kind of get everything kind of moving, in the right basis in terms of functionality. So this is just one of pretty much a template of what you can do with this type of Glock. I feel like the Gen 3 offers the most amount of options possible in terms of customization, whether you're looking for performance or external upgrades or whatever the case is. So for this video, we're not going to use the microphone. I think that the audio was a little bit choppy, somewhat. It'll probably be very good for a broadcast. I'm not sure if I want to use it in this kind of context right now, but we don't really need to use it, and you can pretty much get an understanding of what I'm saying with the current microphone, just a standard microphone and the ambient volume. But anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to be taking this down. This is going to be a members only video. I believe it'll live as that. And we're going to take the Glock down, and we have some upgrade parts, right? So for those of you that haven't seen me do this before, this is going to be your lucky opportunity. So we have the Garter enhanced chamber for the Glock 19. Originally I did get the wrong one for the 26, I believe, so I installed the other one that I had on the 26. This one is going to give you an enhanced hop, so we can hop heavier BBs at higher ranges and get a little bit more bang for our buck with this. And we have our cow enhanced piston head for TM Glock 19s, MMP 9s, things like that. So we're just gonna add those on, and those would probably be the last two upgrades that we'll have on this particular Glock. So first off, let's separate, get the frame out the way. So we won't be using the frame at all for this video. And for those of you guys that are doing this type of upgrade, what you want to have on hand when you're working with your slide, you want to have a set of Allen keys are good, a set of screwdrivers, things like that. Just things that are really small, because we're going to be working with very small parts. So we got to keep that in mind. So in this particular case right here, we're going to have to strip this down. So let's get our Allen key. We got to get the one that fits the compensator, because we got to remove the comp first before we get access to the outer barrel and all that stuff. So, right. Let me see, we need to go one more bigger than this. We got a set that has all these different sizes. That's perfect too as well. So we're going to loosen up this, get it nice and loose. Okay, it's perfect. That's nice. Oh, that's coming off real loose. And we just unscrew it by going clockwise. So counterclockwise thread. This. Boom. So once we take this off, then we can slide out our outer barrels. This is what we're going to be working with first here. There we go. That's pretty dirty as well, so we'll probably clean this too. We're going to put this to the side because we're also going to be working with this in a second. And what that leaves us with is the outer barrel and the whole entire hop assembly here as well. We got quite a few parts. Now, taking this down is going to be a little bit tricky if I do remember. A lot of these screws here do come in different segments. What we're going to do is we're pretty much going to set up a whole new hop system. Let's open up our package with our garter parts here. This is the hop up assembly itself. That's going to be going in there as well as the other parts. So we got quite a bit of parts here that already have Loctite already set on them. And we got quite a few screws here as well. So I'm going to be using these and put them to the side. We have our hop dial. And it has, yeah, you got quite a bit amount of screws here, man. Yeah. There we go. It's been a while since I've done this, but there we go. And that's it. It's aluminum, feels very sturdy, but that's what the inside of it looks like. That's the whole entire chamber. So we won't throw any lube in. It's a little bit dry, but it's kind of not a good idea to throw lube in there right away. There is one particular part that we're going to need from the actual regular chamber itself, and it's this. So we can't get rid of that piece that's in it, that's sliding. That's with the whole entire barrel assembly. A lot of people have had difficulty with this. Okay, so first things first, what we got to do is we have to take out this screw right here. We're gonna use this again, more than likely. We're gonna need this screw. Okay, right. So once this should be out, it's loose. There we go. It's out now. I believe that this comes with a replacement screw for it though. I think so. Could be that one. We're taking a look at that in a second. Yeah, see, once that's loose, then you can just kind of slide this up, and this can also come out as well. It's not that easy to take out. And then we can take out this whole entire inner barrel and hop assembly, right? And you're left with that, basically. Very, very simple. All right. And that this matches in just like this when we put it back in. So let's put this to the side for right now. Okay. And then we got to go inside of this whole entire thing right here. We got to take it apart. So let's see. And we're going to get access to this hop-up bucking as well, which is our modified type. So we got to get the flatter Phillips screw here. This one is for the hop dials. So we're going to take this one that's short. We're going to put that to the side. This has one that we're going to be using that's a little bit different. Yeah. Keep that up to the side there. And now we can get off our hop dial 1, and hop dial 2. This is what controls the tension on the hop. Okay. Once we get those apart, the last screw I think that keeps everything together is this one. We're gonna go right into that. And get that out. Perfect. Okay. All right, so that's out now. All right. Once we do that, now we can take off this part, and that exposes the hop. That's going to expose the hop, right? Boom, just like that. Real nice. So it would be like this, just like that. Once you put this on, we're going to take that off. And now we have the hop ring there, and we have access to the hop up bucking and the whole inner bar assembly right there. So this essentially is the heart of the actual pistol and what drives it. And this hop up bucking has been on there for quite some time. It's been beat up a little bit. I have ran it in a lot of different situations, and this hard type is very useful for sending BBs downrange at long distances, regardless. So having something like this is very instrumental. I don't think I've actually ever done a video like this before. So this one is it's very solid here. All right, so we have a new set of screws and a brand new hop ring that we're going to be getting access to. So we're going to set everything together. It's going to be set together with newer parts. It's not going to be the older parts that you see here. It's going to be a little bit different. So based on what I understand, this should provide, enhanced hop features. Garda does provide some quality parts. Why is this bag sealed? This thing is sealed like 2 times. I gotta dig into this. It's weird. Like double sealed. Oh, there we go. That's that. Okay. This is actually really annoying. I was hoping I don't have to break the bag. Oh my God, I gotta break the bag. I don't want to do this. Oh. Well, it's sealed in a very weird way, so all right. Bottom line is I got the hop ring out, so that takes care of that little situation. Weird bag that they put that in. All right, now let's get into the second one. Doesn't look like it's sealed. So we have a little, it comes up with a little O-ring. I don't know what the O-ring is for. Could be for that screw, maybe. If you think I'm wrong, let me know. All right, so that's all the parts. So we have a brand new longer screw, as well as another screw that keeps everything together. And we have our Loctite and pretty much everything else. So I believe that I've seen this O-ring before on the enhanced loading nozzle for the 26. It should be the same part. So what we're going to do now is we're going to open this up, right? And we're going to line up this little rectangle here. Is going to go inside of this space. And it's going to set on just like that. It's going to line it up nice and perfect to where we want to get it. Then we're going to take our new hop ring. It's going to go on just like so. Right on the top right there. And that's what's going to provide the hop and get it right where we need it in that location. It's going to press down and onto, onto the hop up bucking, just like that. Okay. Next up is the other half of this. Should keep everything on and keep it in place. Boom. There we go. It shouldn't move around too much. And then we have this screw here. This goes on. This keeps everything together. Keeps it all in one place. So we're gonna, and it has Loctite on it. So, man, this might be a little bit troublesome to get off if we need to get it off. Usually I don't put Loctite on these screws because there are times when I do swap out these parts. So this is not something that I put Loctite on. So I don't know if them putting it on from the factory is such a good idea. Hopefully it won't be that difficult to take out if I do need to take it out. So, okay. All right, so that ain't moving by accident. And now we take this hop up dial here. And basically what this does is this adjusts the hop. So you want to slide this on and line up the little part of the hop ring that sticks out, that protrudes, get it in that groove, and then turn it. And as you move this, this is what applies the hop, right? That little dial there is what applies the hop. So now the second part of that dial is right here. So we can line that up now perfectly, or at least attempt to. Hold on. Let's see. There we go. I believe that's it. Oh, that looks awfully tight. Okay, yeah, that looks a little bit tight. Let's try to readjust this. I don't know if that's on properly. Shouldn't look like that at all. That looks almost deformed, kind of. There we go. What it could also be is that this particular hop-up bucking might not be compatible with the chamber itself, because it is a little bit thicker in a sense. So that might be it. Should line up a little bit easier than that. Okay. Ah, there we go. That's what the problem is. This is supposed to go in. Yeah, okay. That's what the problem is there. There we go. All right, now that's on correctly. So now that hop ring is supposed to go in. That's what the issue was. It was blocking it before. All right, now it should be okay. Yeah. Yeah, it was in the way of that. Okay, perfect. So now this is out. This part is out. I might have done that a little bit off camera without even realizing it. This part is now exposed as part of the metal, and this is where it's supposed to be. So now we can tighten our screw. We can tighten our screw, and that's a lot better now. That's a lot better. I was worried about the compatibility at first. Once we kind of get that on, then it's no issue. So, you know, over time we'll be able to fit on all these screws, and then everything will just sort of come together at that point. So once again, this dial head will go back on. We'll connect that to that protruding piece of metal. Once again, this system is what sets the hop up. And that's what moves it up and down and gets it going, gets it moving in the right direction. And we have our second ring here. Yep. There we go. So make sure this is on correctly. Believe it is. Yeah. This seems like it's on correctly. So now we can actually apply hop from here. This is going to work. This O-ring, I believe that it goes on this. I think so. And I'm going to take this screw and put this in. Well, that's kind of tight. Oh, this may need to be loosened a bit so it can move. I guess that's to keep it stable so it doesn't move once enough hop is applied, maybe. So if I adjust this to half hop, like maybe like about like this, and once I screw this in, it'll stay. So if you want to probably adjust it again, you have to loosen up this screw, which I think is interesting. So we'll put it to about maybe half hop. Half hop is pretty much the standard. About half hop. That's about, half is about here. So we'll do half hop, and then we'll put this back on and get it tight. Or tight-ish, not too tight. Okay. Keep that little O-ring back on. And then do that. Okay. And then the last part now is that little screw I was telling you about, the little area, that little thing, where we take our assembly, we keep that right here. We take this little piece and we slide it in first. That's what matches up with the outer barrel in order to get this thing on properly. And you just sort of slide this over and you line it up just like that. So that's where it lines them right there. Now this screw is gonna go in that little hole, and that's what attaches it to the tilting barrel. We put that in just like that. Hope this is clear enough so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. Takes a while to master it. It does take a while to master it. A lot of trial and error, especially for you guys that have huge hands, such as myself. This is where I have the most difficulty, is when I'm playing with these small parts. It gets a little bit difficult. Okay. All right, that's in there. Take your time. It has Loctite, so you want to take your time, adjust your screws, and get it back in. Okay. And there you have it. Garter assemblies on at about half hop. You have a good amount of hop on there. So that should be quite instrumental. And now the next upgrade is going to be the Cow enhanced piston head, right? Now the piston head is very important, and some of you guys have seen the video where I played at HQ Trad. Last year we had some difficulty with the Lilacs one because for some reason the way it was set up, the actual O-ring was slipping out, and it caused the actual pistol itself to be locked in the battery, which is very, very bad, especially if you're, dealing with certain situations mid-game. It can kind of hinder you. So this style is the ideal style because during, the summer where it gets very hot, or if you're playing in hot weather, this won't move on you, which is very important. You don't want that to move. It can cause some problems and frustration. So you don't want that. Let's get the right Allen key. Okay, that's perfect. And we're just gonna slide this out, right? We need to get access to the blowback unit. That's what we're gonna do. I wanna try to do this without taking off my RMR plate, so I don't have to re-zero my red dot, because it's very annoying to have to do that. So I'll try to avoid giving myself extra work if necessary. Okay, well, that whole thing just came out like, wow, okay. Perfect. All right, so we don't want to shake this up too much. We just want to kind of slide this out. There's a spring, all right? It just fell out right there. We want to just keep that just like this. So we're going to put that back on. We're going to literally put that back on in a second. Okay, where's the screw? There it is. It's the same long screw. Oh, no, okay, good. I didn't move that screw. We got too many screws here. It's a bad idea to do this like this. Okay, so that's very awesome. I think taking this out just like this in one piece is great. This is one of the easiest things to do because of the type of system that it is. With the Glock, you can take this out really easily. So we just want to slide this out just like this. Remove the loading nozzle, okay? And we're going to expose this part that's called the piston head. This is what we're basically going to change, right? So what we have on right there is a stock piston head. This is not the reinforced. The piston head is very important because it basically is what forces the air into the chamber, right? The whole entire blowback unit itself, it kind of works as a little system. So what we're going to do is we're going to just pop off the stock one, and all we're gonna do is pop on the new ones. As you can see there, that's the old one. This is the stock. This is the one that doesn't slide up or slide off in hot weather, and this is the enhanced one, right? So we're just gonna put this one on, just like this, and literally just push that right on there and get that to where it's supposed to be. Boom. That's not moving at all. That's gonna stay right in position. And then for the loading nozzle, all you gotta do is take a little bit of lube and just spray that in there. Perfect. Get that in there nice and moist. Oh boy. There I go with my magic hands. And then we sort of get this thing back on and get the show on the road. Yeah, yo. There we go. Boom. And that's how it works, just like that. Right? You get your spring right here. Get that back on. We did what we needed to do. Now we're gonna just put the whole entire assembly back on, reattach a sight. Oh, this thing is so annoying. There we go. Get that back in. There's a sight right there. And then this screw is very important. We got to take the Allen key that we just used and tighten this guy back on. This attaches the sight to the blowback unit, everything. It's a very important screw. So we want to make sure that we get this on nice and tight. And that's all she wrote. So check that tension. Spring is back on. As you can see, it's snapping. So that's it. So we finished our upgrade for the chamber and the blowback unit. Now we're going to add some lubrication in here. Some lubrication there. We can lube up our recoil guide, recoil spring. Whoops. Get a little bit in there. Not too much, right? And where's my paper towel? Let's wipe off this outer barrel and get it a little bit clean. And that's basically it. We should see some enhanced hop. Now when we, try to hop those 2.8s, should be a lot easier. The loading nozzle will also help with getting, air into the system as well. We should be seeing increased quality in our performance at range, which is ideal. Very mint. Now we get that barrel back on. I'm gonna put a little bit of lube in the frame, not that much. I did add some already when I swapped the trigger out. This ain't a brand new frame, but it also hasn't seen that much damage. Then we're gonna take our guide rod, put it back on. Slide that back on. There we go. Guide rod is back on. Actually, well, we skipped a step. We need to get the compensator back on first. If we do it the other way, it'll be a lot difficult. Trust me. So this kind of compensator, because it's a 14 millimeter counterclockwise, we got to get this guy on first. It's difficult to put this on when the guide, the recoil spring is on there in the recoil guide. So we get this back on. And once it's tight and you're satisfied with it, then let's go back a little bit, like about maybe there. Line that up. You want to get it. It does not have to be perfect, but you want to make sure that the edges are in line. This is the right size. I think so. Oh, we need something slightly bigger. There we go. That's the right size. Like, yeah, that doesn't feel right. That feels loose. Okay, that feels a lot better. I feel like it's tightening. So that's one side of the compensator on. And we get the second side. Tighten up the grunt screws. All right. Grunt screws are on. This compensator is very well situated. All right. Upper assembly is all set up. Slide up our upper. Get that on our frame. Safe direction. Perfect. And that's it, guys. So now we have our Glock 19 fully set up, fully customized. Brand new chamber and piston head has been set up. If you guys have any questions, be sure to put them in the comment section. And yeah, let's get some open forum going. Once again, guys, thank you so much for watching my channel. See you soon.